Call the panelists on stage. Let's put our hands together and welcome them. Firstly, calling Mr. Gautam Gupta, entrepreneur in residence, Samara Capital, to please join us on stage. Mr. Indraneel Majumdar, Head Mall, Sarath City Capital Mall, to please join us on stage. Mr. Mohammed Abdul Mohsi, MD Pista House, to please grace the stage. Mr. Sandeep Balasubramanian, Director Clipper Foods, Co-Chapter Head NRAI Hyderabad, please join us. Mr. Sheetal Patil, CEO Creamstone Ice Creams Concepts, to please join us. Mr. Zia Rahman, CEO Red Rose Mart, to please join us. And moderating this fantastic session, ladies and gentlemen, requesting Dr. Hitesh Bhatt to please join the stage. And we all can now put our hands together for everyone on stage. Dr. Hitesh, अब ये जिम्मेदारी आपके हाथों हम सौंप रहे हैं.
Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, Suresh has come. Oh, please come. See, I have kept this chair for you only. Then it's okay.
Requesting Mr. Suresh to please join us on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, we can do one more round of applause. Yes.
Thank you, Suresh. No, I don't. Yeah. So, good afternoon, everyone. This is the final session for Hyderabad Retail Summit 2025. Having said that, since morning, I think the time has flown, but lots of inputs, lots of networking has happened, is what I can, see. I myself have met many of you. Normally, I meet people, from Hyderabad Summit to Hyderabad Summit. That's the way it happens with us. But today, we have, met so many of new retailers and other partners who have come here. So, not taking much of your time, this being the final panel, but this is a fantastic, foodalicious panel is what if I can say so, And the topic, now before we proceed, I would request our panelists to just give a small introduction about yourself and the operations. That means for me, I am Dr. Hitesh Bhatt from Retailers Association of India. And about the operations in terms of which category you are, how many stores you are, that's it. So just a 30-seconder to 1 minute max introduction because we have got around 45 minutes to go. And that short introduction will help the audience to correlate with each one of you. Okay, we can start with Zia.
Yeah, so my name is Mohammed Zia Rahman. So I'm the CEO Director Red Rose Mart. So we are into FMCG, supermarket, clothing. We are at 4 stores with 26,000 SFT of one store and 3 other stores are 10,000 SFT. We are coming up with more 4 stores. So we are coming up with a flagship of 70,000 SFT in October in Toli Choki. And plan is to do 50 stores in India by 2027.
Well done.
Good evening. I'm Sandeep Balasubramanian. I'm the director and co-founder of Clipper Foods India. We run brands by the name Hashi and Doki Doki. We've been in the hospitality business for the last 10 years in Hyderabad. I'm also the co-chapter head of National Restaurant Association of Hyderabad. That's us.
Yeah. My name is Mohsi. My father is the founder and chairman of Pista House. So now I am leading the business. We have around 45 locations in the city. We have 6 stores in US, 1 in Kuwait, 1 in Qatar, and 1 in Muscat. And very soon we are planning to open in UK and Canada. And I'm taking care of all the operations here in Hyderabad. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohsi.
Hi, I'm Indraneel Majumdar. I am the business head of Sarath City Capital Mall. We've got 579 stores there, and it's of 19.35 lakh square feet. Thank you.
Excellent. Gautam ji.
Hi, I'm Gautam. I represent Paradise Biryani, which is an iconic brand from Hyderabad. We have 55 stores across 10 cities. Obviously, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai. So nothing more to add for Paradise Biryani. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sheetal Patil. I am the CEO for the Creamstone Ice Cream Concepts. We are currently at 118 stores in 35 cities and 7 states, and it's growing. Thank you very much.
Hi everybody, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Suresh from RSB Retail India, and we have around 71 stores with 1.18 lakh SFT, and we're running with 11,000 employees, and year on year we've been growing. Looking forward to learn a lot of things from everybody here. Thank you so much.
Okay. Let me start with, since we had this lunch, so lunch ka hi pehle leta hu, and I'll come to the dessert at the last. But let me start with biryani only, so that it's the continuation. So, obviously everybody knows Paradise Biryani, it's a legacy brand. Okay, with deep customer nostalgia, Gautam ji. How do you strike a balance between preserving heritage and adopting the expectations of digital savvy younger customers? So, one is a digital savvy customer, other is a younger customer. Younger customer, 100% or 99% can be digital savvy, or a digital savvy customer can be younger or older also. So both the segments are different. One who only deals digitally, another is the new age generation. How do you relate this with how do they relate with Paradise Biryani today? And the reason for asking this question is because this topic is about loyalty and brand building. Because it's a legacy brand you have built over decades, how will you resonate with this generation who is a completely different animal and plus digital savvy?
No, this is such a very relevant question, not only for Paradise, but I think a lot of brands which have been there in business for many decades. And I think one thing is clear, that the younger generation is the consuming class. They are the ones who are, especially in food, they are the ones who are experimenting, they are the ones who are going out or ordering in. So any brand which has to grow and succeed has to be relevant to them. So I'll structure my answer in this classical 4P framework of our Potter.
Good.
You are a marketing person, so obviously I can see the smile on your face. I think product. First is very simple. We obviously are known for biryani, but over a period of time, we have launched products which are liked by younger generation. Like for example, we launched kebab rolls, we launched snacks, because the younger generation sometimes wants to have light bites. So as a retailer like us, or a restaurateur like us, we have to also keep on changing our menu and experimenting the menu. So that's the product part of it. The second part, which is place, which is essentially for us our restaurant. Now, while the legacy part is important, you have to also make our restaurants very sort of friendly for the younger customer. It should look fun, and without looking like a QSR, it should be something which attracts the new customer. So there are a lot of experimentations we are doing, continue to do, to make sure that we get younger customers in, right? So the look and feel of the restaurant is very, very important. You cannot be seen as too serious or too much in the history, because if you do that, then younger customers may not come to you, right? The third is, the price bit. I think it's a well-known fact that the younger generation is highly educated on price. They are comparing price across platforms, and there is a lot of discussion around quick commerce, e-commerce and all, and so forth, so that the younger customers can access the brand. And the last part is promotion. Now, promotion for me is language. It's not only just the offers. Offers obviously we do. I think today it's very difficult to live without offer, especially online. And I think most of the people are now smiling with a grudge, I would say, because obviously the online space has made everything discounted. But I think the promotion for me is language. How you talk to the customer. The language of talking to somebody who is like me, in the 50s versus somebody who is in the 20s has to be different.
Absolutely.
So using influencers, digital, hyperlocal digital content, and how do we talk to them, the language that we use, the fun elements that we bring in, and the attention spans are today no longer more than 10 seconds. Nobody wants to watch 1 minute video also, right?
Yeah.
So I think our marketing team has really adapted this over a period of time. It's a constant challenge and a constant journey, but very important.
Sure. Mohsin, I'll come to you, Pista House. The moment we landed yesterday, my team member was telling me, "Okay, let's go straight away to Pista House because we landed in the afternoon time." And she is a big fan of Pista House. So I was just talking to Mohsin outside that look at the brand pool that you have. Somebody who is landing from Mumbai and being a Calcutta person, she wanted to straight away come here. But again, like Paradise and many, all of you are your big brands. Some of you are cult brands because of over the decades that you have been there. How do you resonate with the customers, keeping this legacy alive? The question is the same what I've asked to Gautam, but Pista House. Two questions which I want to ask is one, because you are spread across and outside India also, how do you maintain this brand loyalty? Because we are talking about customer loyalty, brand building. What is that core thing that resonates with your customer here in India, in Hyderabad and India, as well as in all the countries that you mentioned?
So one thing, what I've learned in my business journey, whether you make the best food in the world, if you make the best food in the world, but still the customers are not loyal. All the time they want something different food. They have different taste buds. They have different trend. And these days, as market is growing very high, and a lot of people, a lot of new cafes, a lot of new fusion of foods are coming in. So people they always wanted something new. Whether if you make the best food today, but tomorrow the customer, they want something new. So this my business journey, what I've learned is that we should always keep up the food up to the trend. Like we have, like first we had bakery, then we started with cafes, then we had cakes, we have desserts. People used to buy pastries. Now people are buying desserts from Pista House. So the trend has changed, the customer mindset has changed. And since biryani and all, so they were normal biryani, but we started Zafrani biryani. So a lot of people, they are having now Zafrani biryani. Same with chai also. We started Zafrani chai. So there are a lot of new places, a lot of food joints, a lot of food sector market is growing very high. And we at Pista House, we try to keep up the best quality, best food taste, so that customer should be loyal, but we don't believe such as loyalty programs to give discounts and all. But we strictly believe the quality is what you get back the customer to you. And the same food what we serve in the city Hyderabad, the same quality of food we serve in US, in Kuwait, in Muscat and other part of the countries. So for me, I think the quality matters a lot. And apart from quality, the young generation, the young youth, they have different taste buds. So we think we should change the menu, not the main menu, but slightly the newer version of what is now in the market trend. And we are coming up with one of the biggest store in Banjara Hills, road number 12. It's a newer version of Pista House. We are opening on 1 lakh square feet. It is the biggest in Telangana. And so there we have, the version is different. There is no such bakery. We have got a premium fine baking. We have got live fine baking. So there are so many new concepts which we are starting in Banjara Hills. So for me, the taste, quality, and the consistency of the taste which get back customer to you. Thank you.
Quality. Sandeep, you nodded when Mohsin said that there is no customer who is not loyal, and you also nodded and Gautam also nodded. I'll come to Gautam last because he just shared his views, but you also nodded. Why so? I wanted to ask your this, and before that I want to ask the audience that is there your favorite dish that you have been eating since last at least 5 years? For example, if I go to a particular not any restaurant, I will always ask for paneer tikka masala, irrespective of what it is. I may ask any other items, but paneer tikka masala is always there for me. ऐसा आप लोगों का कोई favorite dish होगा which you normally keep asking or keep having it every second time? Yes, everybody? Yes? Okay, so because I am also doing my hypothesis now in Hyderabad, what's the pulse right now, and it's also the consumer thing. So kuch had tak the very reason why my colleague told that we want to go to these outlets, and even the ice cream joint for that matter, we are planning to go, is that we are associated with that brand, that taste, whatever it is there, and that's the reason we keep coming. That's where loyalty comes in. But when you nodded. What was the reason behind that? And then my next question about Doki Doki.
Yeah.
No. Okay, you can answer. Then I'll go to Sandeep.
What I've learned this many years, before people used to eat food to fill their stomach. Now the food has become a fashion. They are eating food just for a fashion, to post on a stories, to post on Instagram and all. So I think this part is what we have to keep in our mind, because the trend has changed, the game has changed. The game was earlier कि खाना बनाओ, लोग आएंगे आपके पास पेट भरने के लिए खाना खाएंगे. अब लोग आपके पास पेट भरने के लिए नहीं आ रहे, फैशन हो गया. ट्रेंड आज पिस्ता हाउस कहीं और है, कहीं और टेस्ट बर्ड से पोस्टिंग ऑन मीडिया एंड ऑल. एंड व्हाट आई वांट टू शेयर इज दैट वी हैव टू मेक श्योर दैट विच गेम वी आर प्लेइंग. We cannot play a game of taste, quality, consistency, variety of items, legacy, traditional items, or ambience and all. So we have to stick what we want and which segment and what segment of customers we need. So I think this is more important.
Exactly, which game we are playing, and this is exactly the game ka session. Thanks, Mohsin, for that. Yeah, Sandeep, your nod for that, and the reason for your nod about the loyalty.
Look, I'm going to actually explain this. Loyalty is a cultural context, right? When our parents grew up, marriages lasted long. Today, marriages and relationships don't last long. The concept of loyalty from today's generation is very revered and very different. For any consumer today, it's the touch point of what time you want to get them at. For them, loyalty does not mean coming back to the restaurant multiple times in 1 month, but it could probably mean from the point of consumption that you're talking about. It could probably be 1 lunch in a month. It could probably be 2 takeaway orders, right? The consumption points are changing, the touch points are changing. So expecting loyalty is actually, like Mohsi said, quite difficult, no matter whether you give great food, whether you give great ambience, whether you give great experience.
Sure. And tell us something about your Doki Doki and how do you differentiate it with the other players in the market, because the market is overcrowded.
Right. So to give you an idea on what Doki Doki is and to give you a background of where I am from, I actually sold alcoholic beverages for about 10 years of my life, and Doki Doki is Hyderabad's first sober bar. So I'm actually pitching the exact antithesis of what I did. Because look at what's happening today. Globally, consumers are not wanting to consume alcohol. There's a large trend of people wanting to give up alcohol. We've created what is known as a sober bar with a tie-up with Sober. Even with the Pan-Asian food that we serve, we've created a very contemporary look, feel, and we spent almost 6 months in trying to create a brand design language that's completely different from what your regular Pan-Asian outlet looks like, right? So touch points, feel what the consumer is aspiring for has to be catered to the new age audience. That's the brand language that Doki Doki is followed.
Sure. Thanks, Sandeep. Now I will go to Zia and ask him. In our chat outside, I just came to know that Zia has come from London, and a lot of inputs has been, and a lot of vision comes from his other exposure across the globe as well. Retailers often talk about trust, and this session is also about trust and loyalty and brand. But in practice, how do you measure trust and loyalty, Zia?
So basically, we as Red Rose, we are completely against loyalty programs and everything. We just give huge discounts on products, and we are very much sure that no one can sell rice, dals, pulses on the rate what we are selling. So we don't consider any loyalty programs or any memberships, but we do take data, and with that data, we play with meta ads, and we do daily callings, and that helps a lot, and that pulls the customers. And as far as loyalty is concerned, I feel if you give the right quality and the right availability at your store with a good ambience, then customer will come to you, and like it's just the service what we have to give in return.
Okay, it's the service. I think Gautam spoke about the product, the 4 P's mein. Then the Mohsin spoke about quality. Sandeep did speak about the tasting changes in the preference and the consumers, etc. And now we have got Zia talking about price. So all the P's and C's and D's are, shaped. So everybody has their own, I think, the game that what Mohsin spoke about, which game are we playing. With that, I will come to now Suresh. What about you? How do you differentiate yourself and what is your take on customer loyalty? Because you have got close to, I think, 70 odd stores. How do you look at customer loyalty and how are you building trust?
So definitely when it comes to the organization, loyalty means a lot for us, because what we see in a generalized version, as we take the details of the customer, we see on an average 65 to 70% every day on the sales, whatever we see is a regular customer.
Regular, okay.
So that is how we see loyalty is very important. What makes it that people come to the store is an experience. How we treat the customer, how we differentiate the product, how we teach the product to the customer. There is a variation, like we understood that, before we used to teach fashion or we used to teach whatever to the customer. Now customer is ready to teach us. There are many things. That is where we implement things. That is where we have to adopt the newer generation for also. So in the same way, like, loyalty for how we started getting the loyalties from the kids. So we have as a family store, we have every department. So for the kids, from the kids onwards to the elders, we cater to everybody. Our loyalty is bigger for us. It is very, very important for us. For our existing customers, we keep developing the products based on them. So that's how we retain them.
So I'm not confused. I'm convinced कि बिना loyalty के भी आप success हो सकते हो और loyalty के साथ भी success हो सकते हो. तो choice is yours. And this is where both the ends are there, and I think both of them are very successful brands, better than me. With this, let me go to Indraneel and one of the best malls, Indraneel, in the city, in the state, in the country. How is the physical and the retail environment has changed? We all know most of us are, all of us are almost online shoppers. And most of us do regular online shopping also. So, how do you retain footfall and customer loyalty in this age of hyper-personalized, omni-channel, digitally skewed kind of a customer, Indraneel? And have you felt that in your mall?
Okay, data says, simple data says, and which is being published in all business weeklies every year, say that only 7.9% of India is online. Why are we worried? That is my first question. All of the gentlemen sitting here, some of them are my close friends, the partners in my mall, see nicely waving on that side. They're happily doing lakhs and lakhs of business every month and crores of business every annum. All of them. Sitting here, sitting there, everybody. He has a 230 square feet shop on my low ground food court. And every month his average is about 15.5 lakhs, right? From a 230 square feet.
Wow.
He's correcting me, it was more than 25 lakhs.
Wow.
And he sells tea over there.
Oh.
Snacks chodo. Tea. Gentlemen, and ladies, it's very simple. Nothing has changed. India is still a very basic economy. And people are very understanding, naive, easy to speak to, and very conversational and very aspirational. They would go anywhere for good things. Anywhere. If somebody is a bar owner like him over here, you can take the bar and go
50 kilometers outside town. If it is good, it will be filled up very next day. Let's be very sure. Somebody sets up, there was a retail design presentation early in the day. There was a value zone presentation in that presentation. Right, value zone is on Bombay Highway. And it is full in the evening at 7:30. It's full. Ratnadeep is here somewhere. Tell me one location where it isn't full. Let us assess. There's nothing, there is no dearth of people. As about online, what it has done actually for our mall is that it has only complemented. You search online, you find the brand, you start loving the brand, you enter the mall, you find the mall, find the brand over there in the mall, and that's it. You're in love with the mall suddenly because of the brand. Conversely, also it has happened. You come to the mall, you're aimlessly roaming around, you want to have a tea at his place and go away, and suddenly you see a brand, and you say, "Oh, I think I know this brand," or "I don't know this brand." And then you have a conversation within your head, or with your partner, or with your family, or with your friends. And then you enter the store. And then you are besieged by what it has, the experience. Experience brings in value. D Royal, his brand. I see customers go in and never come out. It's like a cave. They don't come out. And those boys, he's got lovely boys in there. They make them wear suits. They go ask them to try on, and if they try on and they are successful, sab kaun se mein payment kar rahe aap UPI karte ki cash karte? It's as easy as that. Let's not be worried, gentlemen. Thank you.
By saying this, I am worried that इतना हम लोग ये कर रहे हैं. So मतलब sorry. No, that is not the point. But okay, first before the ice cream melts, I have to go to and have my favorite ice cream. Okay, my next question is to Sheetal, and because we have got around 20 odd minutes to go, I have another round of questions to my esteemed panel. Sheetal, you said you have got close to 118 outlets, 35 cities. How do you strike the balance, between emotional resonance of a consumer? Because I am a avid ice cream eater. I eat ice cream once in a day only. And for me, this is something which years back I used to have lunch or dinner as ice cream only, years back. But coming back to Sheetal, how do you resonate with your, the emotional resonance of your brand? Because it is spread over 35 cities and 118 outlets. Where does that emotional resonance and brand stickiness come from?
See, one thing which is going with the brand is additional eating, or India, we have evolved beyond the 2 square meals kind of a thing. That alternative eating, snacking has reached an acceptance level, and more so with ice cream, which has become a universal dessert. You will find it either in shop, when you walk out for your restaurants, eating, or marriages, anywhere. So ice cream as such is a universal product, and we sell this happiness quotient. So somewhere this stickiness is there with over a period of time. There is Creamstone as such, it has gained a certain momentum. So be it in a Vijayawada, be it in Bangalore, or be it anywhere. Across all the platforms and cities, there exists a certain aspirational crowd also. So somewhere this aspirational crowd which is there, which sees the brand, occupies the brand in a way that they want to experience it, feel it. And choices over a period of time also have become very democratic. It's not that one person, the leader of the house or the father used to make a choice. It doesn't seem so. If there are 3 people in the house, there are 3 different choices. So as long as the brand is catering to those such audiences, so be it in any part of India or country, somewhere if we are able to strike that chord, we will be able to cater to that each and every audience. That's one part of it. Then, of course, there's a feedbacking which comes in, technology as a thing which is aiding to the entire business model. there are a lot of AI-driven technology wherein feedbacking, when your business is being done in online in different formats, the feedback happens in different platforms. So somewhere the new AI has helped us to track all these things on a single digital platforms, and you listen to the customers and you revert back to them with the right kind of products, product on the go, product at the refrigerator, product on the table. Somewhere these all things helps the customer to be sticky with us. So that's a couple of
Excellent. I mean, this was in nutshell, a business, a 1 minute business plan or a business strategy, let me put it that way, of ice cream, why, people come to Sheetal and the Creamstone brand. Happiness quotient is what Sheetal said. And I think something that is the core, when Coca-Cola says open happiness, and now happiness has been used, but definitely all of us, when we eat ice creams, that happiness quotient takes.
Yeah, Will Smith said, no, in pursuit of happiness.
Yeah.
So everybody's happiness ends with us.
Before Indraneel said something, so that has stuck. So abhi usko mere ko solve karna padega, but not me. But anybody on this stage has a question for Indraneel? Before I go to the audience, one question for Indraneel, only one.
When are you opening the next mall?
ये क्वेश्चन हुआ क्या? चैलेंज करो, क्योंकि बोल रहे देयर इज नो सच थिंग, 7% इज फाइन, दैट आई एग्री, बट द की पार्ट वाज नथिंग टू वरी, एंड दैट मतलब इट्स लाइक अ वेरी गुड स्टेटमेंट, बट देयर इज अ रीजन बिहाइंड दैट व्हेन ही सेज नथिंग टू वरी.
See, I'll answer the question on everybody's behalf. It's probably answered. Online is a figment of our own interest and imagination. It's us. It's not somebody else doing something to us. It's us. Okay, so we buy, we sell. It's as simple as that, right? We buy because we have an interest, and we buy through online or offline or a combination of both. Similarly, we sell. We have to do the same things. We have to sell through either online or offline or a combination of both. Increasingly, it will become a combination of both.
Agreed. Well said. Anyways, it's an omni-channel world, but I agree with Indraneel that it's a combination of both. And research also studies that 7% came today, but the next 7% will not take much time. And that's where the whole thing is, worrying everyone. It's not about this 7%. I agree with Indraneel totally. But yes, so here, what will save them? And let's ask them, what are the non-negotiables? That means मेरे business में ये तो मैं negotiate नहीं करूँगा. For example, when Zia said no loyalty program, and on the other hand, Suresh said loyalty program. So for both of them, loyalty program becomes non-negotiable in their respected ways. Am I right? Now, the same question, what is the non-negotiable for you? We'll start again with Gautam, and we'll ask him what would be the non-negotiable for him to earn the customer trust or to retain the legacy that he has created and to get the customer loyalty also. We'll start with Gautam and then the non-negotiables, everybody. And if you can give the answer succinctly, it will help me to ask one more question and then wind up. So I'll request everybody to keep it as brief as possible. Thank you.
So I think the whole idea is that world will evolve, new technologies will come. And Jeff Bezos said that famously 20 years back, 3 things which doesn't change. For us also 3 things don't change, irrespective of whether it is online, offline, Gen Z, or old customers. One is great food, great service, and value for money. Irrespective of how the world evolves, food is going to be very, very intrinsic, very, very personal. But these 3 fundamentals are never going to change for us.
And you will not negotiate this? Never.
I mean, if we start negotiating, customer will negotiate with us and go away.
समझ गया. Well said. Okay. Mohsin.
Yeah, with me also the same thing. The quality, taste, and service, quick service. Because nowadays time, no one has time, and no one can wait for a longer time to get their food. So I think taste, quality, and quick service. These 3 things we we cannot negotiate. And to maintain the legacy brand and to keep up the brand and to make the consistency of the brand, the first thing is that quality, what we believe, and yeah, quality,
Okay,
taste,
so
and
I will give you non-negotiable from my side. Quality is consistent across, so that is a table stake for all of us, because we all are in the food business. So quality goes without saying. Yes, I would request you not to talk about quality, because I and all of you are great brands. So quality की वजह से आप today you are here. Having said that, what are the other things, other areas that you would like to non-negotiate? And succinctly, like I agree with all the 2 points that you said: quality, taste, and quick service. Because today's world, people are not having time. So I agree with that. Apart from this, anything else, Mohsin?
yeah. And
Then
and we
I'll
have
ask Suresh.
and we have different options. We have many options in Pista House. Pista House is not just bakery, not just a biryani or not just a cafe. So we have different concepts where we by that there are a lot of walk-ins, and why it has become so popular. So I think the model, the concept, what we are and what we have fixed to it is that will not be changed. That we keep up the same concept.
Sandeep, you are in a different kind of food segment, but different kind of a business model. What, according to you, are your non-negotiables in building the lasting trust?
While keeping quality constraint, I think value proposition, like Gautam said, value for money. Pocket share today for everyone is limited while you want to go out multiple times, but that value proposition has to be important. I think another important aspect is feedback. When somebody is giving you critically negative feedback, it's quite important to take that and act on it. If you're a business that doesn't take that feedback, that negative or critical feedback, and work on that, that becomes quite a challenge. I think for us, that becomes a non-negotiable.
Okay, very good. I think feedback is something which I was also looking for. Then, because you are keeping your eyes and ears open, we'll ask Zia now.
Yeah, so like creating experiences. So I just want to announce one new thing which we have come up with. So we have launched a mobile supermarket.
Wow.
So 10 huge vehicles, and we are starting it next week. So I think no one has done this in India. So I feel still the Indian woman wants to touch and feel the product and buy it. So, and I don't believe in this Blinkit Zepto, because when I was in London, Zap had started in 2018. Still in London, people go to Tesco's, go to Sainsbury's. They are doing millions and millions turnovers. As Mr. Indrajit said, like online in India is yet to come. Like I think more 10, 15 years it will take. And like customer service, like service is very important to be connected with the customer. Like when on the weekends, usually what we do to stay connected with the customers are like we give free chocolates after 5 o'clock till the closings to every kid which has come to Red Rose Mart. We make them involved with some jokers and everything, so that like, and we have a food stall and everything. So it's experience what stays connected. Like people need to have a reason to come to Red Rose rather just going and shopping grocery, which every other brand is doing.
Sure. Yeah. Thanks. I mean, you don't believe in many things very strongly. So that's again one of the good things. You spoke about that van. Can you just succinctly tell us what this is all about, the vans project?
So so the concept is we are gonna sell fast-moving articles like face washes, cold drinks, chips, like whatever is available on Blinkit. We are gonna send the vehicle to all the areas, like starting with the local areas in the morning, 8:30. That's the time where people come out to leave their students to school. So जैसे पुराने ज़माने में बंडी used to go, people used to come. That is again gonna come up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Sheetal, non-negotiables for you, and then we'll come to Suresh.
Yeah, I think I agree with most what Gautam sir said, everybody. But one more thing to add is that transparency.
Well,
When every brand is trying to say it from the rooftops that we are this, we are that, and our product is this or that. But somewhere, end of the day, when the customer has his this nutronic salt factory sensing thing which is there, it is not what it is being proclaimed to be. I think that's the biggest cheat kind of a thing what he'll have. So it's very important that whatever is your product, when I say my ice cream is of quality, we make sure at least in cream store, we make sure that we have the best of the quality which is there. There is no question of, less sugar, more sugar. No, we are rich. We are on your face. We are creamy. We are rich. We are truthful. So I think this goes on to every brand as well, that whatever you are, how much ever you shout from the rooftops that you are of the best quality, the mileage can be so much, or in whichever field and format or whatever the product is. But one needs to be very transparent and be truthful to his customer. I think I hold this as a very strong point.
I think transparency is core, and integrity. That also shows how much values you have, or how much value you value. Because you are transparent organization upfront on the customer's face. Okay, I am a creamy brand, so it has to be. Yes, I think
You cannot cheat.
You cannot cheat.
Simple. So next time he'll come, okay, he's trying to mislead.
Absolutely. Well said. What about you, Suresh? And then I'll come to Indraneel with a different question.
For us, experience and variety makes a huge differences.
Variety.
So for us, varieties in the format, we have a value zone hypermart. So in that we have a huge SKUs, almost 9,000 different SKUs. And when it comes to the experience, in the supermarkets and hypermarts, we don't see kids enjoying actually. So what we started is we have dedicated a 2,000 square feet of SFT for the kids play zone for the free of cost. So that gave every weekends, we see a lot of kids coming to because they don't disturb their kid, mother and father, while buying their, fashion and groceries. And that's where the experience makes a lot of difference. The customer feel like coming back to us again and again by the experience what we have given everything.
Okay. Thanks. Indraneel, my next question to you would be, it's a generic question about malls, which everybody experiences here. Has the mall become a weekend phenomena now? And normally people, those who require the essentials or apparels or whatever it is, they come for that thing, agreed. Otherwise, it's a weekend phenomena where people come, go to the food court, have something and get back.
Okay.
It's a generic question.
Yeah, it is a generic question, and I'll also treat it generically. I'll not say about Sarath City Capital Mall. I'll tell about all malls.
Yes.
I'll speak about all malls. Principally, malls were a Western concept, and Western concept means where they break off from work at 4:30 in the evening or 5 in the evening, and they've got loads of time at their hands, and so they can visit a mall and do a lot of shopping, do a lot of dining, watch a movie, and then get back home. There's enough time left. People even get out at 7, and because the malls run till late in Western countries and in China, so in India all that is not possible, right? We have limitations of closing hours. We have limitations of work timings of all the people who work in the city. Even businesses and business tradespeople, they open their business at about 10:30 in the morning, and then they close at 8:30. How are they going to come to a mall which closes at 9:30? They would not be able to. What has therefore happened is that malls became weekend places. But then some malls have circumvented that successfully. But then you would have to be large. You cannot be a small mall and do that trick.
Yeah.
The trick is to be large and have as many categories. So you have, massages, you have coffee shops, you have places of learning, you have kids play zones of various kinds. You have, like we have a snow world, Snow Kingdom.
Yeah.
So the loads and loads of buses come from the morning because it's become a tourism spot over there. So various things in a big mall starts to become a entire universe onto themselves. And because it becomes an entire universe, people find a reason to be there at any given point of time. I just met a very young man, son of a friend of mine, who says he was at Shirek, which is 2 kilometers down from the mall, and they used to have PTMs quite often, and after the PTMs, they used to come with their parents to the mall. That was a thing to do. So, I have seen many school children in their school dresses with their parents, because we are surrounded by a lot of schools, and they keep coming to the mall during the daytime. It beats me as to why they come, what for they come, but they are coming. We have seen premieres happen at 3 a.m., though the government has now recently stopped it, but those premieres were full. 272 seats, seats, full in the night. Then 6 shows, 7 o'clock in the morning, full, completely full. The cinema is abjectly bad, but it's full. Right? No, my point is very limited. My point is that people have a reason then come to the mall. We just have to keep providing the reasons. But it cannot be done in small malls, is what I say.
Okay.
A mall of 3 lakh size or 4 lakh size, oh, banega nahi.
Okay, next question is for 4 of our panelists here. कि कहीं मेरे को हलीम में कीड़ा आ गया या बिरयानी में कीड़ा आ गया, आइसक्रीम में मेरे को कुछ XYZ आ गया, or for that matter, I was in Doki Doki and some contamination happened. And suddenly the customer posts this online. Now, how will you react to this? Because a single bad review can undo months and years and decades of legacy that you have created. Okay, how are you going to deal with this kind of a customer where you have to balance transparency? You have to be at speed also. You can't react after a couple of days. You'll have to be at that speed because your brand name is at stake. Plus, you'll have to also have that empathy. कि हाँ यार इसने कुछ बोला है. Now, whatever the intention may be, competition, XYZ, I don't know. But this is the problem in front of you guys. How will you react with it? Anybody from Mohsin to Sandeep to Sheetal and Gautam. Anybody can take this. And
sorry, I'll before Sheetal says something. I think unfortunately today the premise of this situation is that you first need to verify whether it's genuine or not.
Exactly.
It's become a game or a ploy that's been used by people. So that's the most important thing that you need to do. And like you said, I wouldn't reply to it immediately. I would take my time because you take a little bit of time, compose yourself and reply to it.
Sure.
And quite honestly, I think most of us do this. I do this myself. I look at a place which has negative reviews and I read how they address those reviews. When you look at a place and you know that someone's given negative reviews and you address those reviews, I don't mind going back to that place again. Right? So
Sandeep, how will you deal with it? So you said you are going to take time. When I said time, I don't say impromptu on the spot. What I meant was you can't drag it for days. That's what my point was. If somebody has complained, either you'll have to close it. So that's what I want to ask you guys. What would be your reaction, or how would you like to deal with it, or how you are dealing with it? Because today's everybody, like you said, this is a common trend across, not only in Hyderabad, but across the country and the world, where these kind of reviews. But I'm talking about genuine reviews. So to find out if it's a genuine one, how will you deal with it?
Yeah, first thing is to be empathical. That's one very important thing. And the other one is being accountable. As Sir was telling, that we need to verify it, and more often we continue to do that, because especially with online and orders and other things, looking for freebies is becoming it's trending. I scored one on Paradise. I scored one on Creamstone. Now with the Gen Zs, this is happening.
Okay.
I see it live in action. So once the feedbacking is taken, that I think one needs to accept that this is the thing which will happen, and you need to come back and see how the whole thing can be compensated. And the second thing is how not thing to be repeated. That's the trust factor needs to be developed between the customer and the brand.
Any other views before I ask the last question? Okay. So we'll go to the last question, which everybody will have to define. That, if you have to define your brand's relationship with your customer, because we have got around 3 odd minutes, in one word or one sentence, how will you define the relationship between your brand and the customer? Anybody can take, and everybody will have to answer that in one word, one sentence, to keep it minimum. Yeah.
I think I said just, happiness.
Happiness. For Creamstone, it is happiness.
Yeah, in pursuit of happiness.
In pursuit of happiness. Very good.
Happiness ends with us.
Yes. Now, anybody else?
You can begin with us.
Begins with us. Okay, good. Yeah, so what is the relationship? So for Sheetal and for Sandeep, it is happiness. What else? Zia, what about Mohsin? What about...
If you want to save your monthly budget, shop with us.
Okay, Good.
Emotions and the heartly
Okay.
connect with the brand and with the food.
Heartily connect with the brand and the food. Yeah, emotions is all about Pista House. Good.
Affinity,
Sorry?
closeness, affinity.
Affinity. Very good. Affinity is something. So I think most of us would be close to Paradise Biryani. How everybody must have, experienced it more than once in their lifetime. And what about Suresh?
We call it one-stop destination.
One-stop destination. So that's the relationship between you and your customer. Sir, आपके customers तो यहाँ पे भी और यहाँ पे भी है तो
ये पूरे आप जोड़ लीजिए एक शब्द में अगर कुछ हो सकता है तो बोल दीजिएगा. Basically, it is virtuous experiences.
okay, virtuous experiences.
A very trustworthy, credible, and natural experience for the entire family and their universe.
Excellent. For the entire family. That means it takes care of everything. So with this last 1.5 minutes, I think brand building and customer loyalty, earning trust in this digital age is something, it's an imperative for each and every brand. I think for each and every individual also to earn that trust. Having said it, how these guys have done it is something which, they have, said themselves. One is the price, other is quality, loyalty, product. Price, product, place and promotion are always there. So apart from that, we spoke about the happiness quotient. We spoke about creating experiences. Now all those things, service, quick service, transparency, variety, taste, feedback, value proposition, accountability and empathy. I think all these things bringing together builds a customer loyalty and ensures that your brand crosses not only days, weeks, months and years, but decades and generations. With this, thank you very much to all my esteemed panelists for sharing your insights today. And thank you for the audience for being, okay. Yeah, just give you the word. Only one word. Consistency, absolutely. I add consistency to that point. Thank you. Your good name, sir? Sarmanan, sir has added consistency, which I also believe in. All these guys have proved that, and that's why they are at this place sharing their insights with us at the Hyderabad Retail Summit 2025. Thank you, audience, for being such a lovely audience, and thanks for sharing your insights. Looking forward. Thank you.